Miko Kurobane. Miko Kurobane waits where the streetlights flicker. A white mask covers her face, but her eyes burn through. Am I beautiful? She whispers. Say yes, say no. The ending's still ugly. No one knows if she's real. But the fear? That's very real. Schools in Japan even warn kids. Don't talk to masked women. She's not a ghost. She's a rumor with a knife. They say love turned to rage, and a broken heart became a scarred face. She hides behind a white mask, a dagger in hand, waiting in silence. But even a soft whisper of her name can wake her. She's out there listening. She doesn't run. She appears like a shadow beneath a streetlight. Her eyes, empty but aware. Her blade, silent but ready. And if you ask, am I beautiful? She'll smile wide. Too wide. Kazuo Urei. Kazuo Urei died alone in a war hospital. No family. No name tag. Just silence. Now he wanders the abandoned hallways, barefoot, in a blood-stained hospital gown. The lights flicker when he's close. He's still waiting for someone who never came. If you hear children's humming in a dead-silent building, leave. That's Kazuo. He follows with 4 drips clinking, dragging a wheelchair no one's sitting in. Sometimes his tiny handprint appears on fogged glass, warm, even though he's cold. Kazuo never cries, not even once. But if you leave candy near a hospital door, it disappears by morning. Sometimes, a toy shows up in return. A little thank you from a ghost who remembers how it felt to be forgotten. Ame and Kuro. Ame and Kuro are twin girls, but only one ever speaks. The other just watches blank, unblinking. They appear during rainstorms, always standing beneath a single red umbrella. One asks you riddles. The other just tilts her head and smiles. If you answer wrong, you'll find your reflection staring back at you from the inside of a mirror. Some say Ame was the one who died. Others say it was Kuro. But every time someone asks, their voices overlap like a broken tape. You'll hear laughter, then static, and then the question, who are you, really? There's a mirror in a certain alley, cracked, old, left behind. If you look into it at exactly 3:33 a.m., you won't see your reflection. You'll see 2 girls. One of them will smile. The other will raise a finger and point. Not at the mirror, at you from behind. And if you turn around fast enough, they say you'll catch a glimpse of what you were never supposed to see. Renji Warau. Renji Warau smiles at every funeral. Doesn't matter if he knew them. He shows up uninvited. Sits in the back, dressed like a priest. No one remembers when he arrived. No one sees when he leaves. But every time he smiles, a crow dies nearby. And every time, the family reports, we buried the wrong body. There's a theory. Renji doesn't mourn the dead. He mourns the ones still alive. His notebook is filled with names of people who aren't dead yet. But whenever he attends a funeral, one of those names disappears. And when you ask his name, he just says, don't worry, you're not on the list yet. They say Renji doesn't sleep. He just waits, pen in hand, list in lap, smile carved in stillness. His room has no clocks, no mirrors, only the sound of pages turning and a ticking noise that no one can find. Some say, if you dream of him writing, it's already too late. You were added the moment you saw his face. Ivan Morozov. Ivan Morozov walks where snow never melts. Not because of temperature, but because the land refuses to forget. Once a wartime surgeon, now a whispering phantom, he appears when frost creeps indoors. He hums lullabies in Russian, sharp scalpel glinting like a memory. And if your breath fogs in a room with no windows, he's already there. His victims say they felt nothing until they woke up stitched, opened, rearranged like someone was trying to fix them. But Ivan doesn't heal. He repeats, as if stuck in an operation he never finished. You'll see the old tools, hear the clink of steel, and feel the chill of being completely conscious. And when he whispers just a little more, you realize he's not talking to you. There's a morgue in Moscow that never locks its doors. They say Ivan returns to it every winter to find the one patient he couldn't save. But each time, he forgets their name. So he opens everyone. Isabel Cruz. Isabel Cruz is the girl who never made it home, but kept calling her mother every year on the same night. The voice sounds normal until the call hits 2 minutes. Then it twists, stutters, and screams like it's choking on static and someone else is holding the phone now. No number, no location, just a whisper. Mom, open the door. The police traced the first call to a phone booth, one that burned down in 1994. But every year, same voice, same words, Mom, open the door. Her mother even changed houses. Didn't matter. The call always knew where to find her. And the voice started sounding less like Isabel and more like someone remembering her. Isabel vanished during a thunderstorm, but days later, her favorite doll was found, dry, untouched, standing upright in the middle of a flooded basement, as if someone or something placed it there gently. And even stranger, the doll's lips were sewn shut. Yuna Hoshino. Yuna Hoshino disappeared after her school's talent show, but days later, her performance showed up online, on a channel that didn't exist. She was dancing until she froze mid-move, staring directly into the camera. Her eyes wide. Then the screen glitched, and behind her, another face appeared, smiling in the dark. They said the video was removed, but every night at 2:03 a.m., someone new claims to see it on their feed. Yuna doesn't blink. She just stares until the screen cuts. But if you try to scroll away, her hand moves, and she follows. There's a rumor. If you pause the video at the exact frame before Yuna disappears, her reflection keeps moving. Not the real her, just the version that's trapped in the screen. But eventually, one of them will blink first. Kaito Shiranui. Kaito Shiranui was never born. He was written. An entry in an old-school ledger. A name with no student, no face, just a seat that never stayed empty. Every year, someone ends up in his desk, and every year, someone vanishes. But the name? It always reappears, perfectly written, in ink that's still wet. One teacher tried removing his name from the register once, just once. That night, the chalkboard cracked clean down the middle, and she was found sleepwalking straight into the lake behind the school. Her hands were stained with ink. Not her own. Some say Kaito was a student who drowned mid-year. Others swear he never existed. But that desk, it never stays empty. And that name, it always finds its way back.